She was arrested for shoplifting.
These two birds look pretty tough.
Were you working?
Yes, sir. Or ma'am, sir.
What were you doing?
So today you guys asked me to react to Judge Judy, the television program. Judge Judy is a super popular program. I don't know how many years it's been running for now. Oh my god, it's had 25 seasons. Jesus. Judge Judith Sheindlin is a real judge from America, and she's had this TV show forever, apparently. Judge Judy has to be one of the most played TV shows on American stations in Europe. I know when you get a Skybox, which is a type of box that you can get to watch different TV stations, there are whole stations that play nothing but Judge Judy all day long. I have seen Judge Judy, but I don't think I've watched a whole episode from beginning to end. I think I heard somewhere that her rulings, they say on the show the rulings are final, but I'm not sure how legally binding they actually are, although she is a judge, so yeah. Maybe when you go into the show, you sign a contract and you have to do what you're told to. I know a girl who was an extra in the background on Judge Judy before, and she said that they were really strict about what clothes you had to wear. You had to wear really professional clothes, and if you played up or anything, they just kicked you out. Today's threat, as usual, comes from one of you guys, and your suggestion was, if you don't like, share, comment, and subscribe, a terrible thing might befall you, and that curse will be upon you, You will be choosing between two lines in the grocery store checkout. You pick the shorter line, but it ends up taking 3 times as long as the longer one did. How unfortunate. To avoid such terrible fate, like, share, comment, and subscribe.
19-year-old Danielle Gage
She's
is suing
19.
her ex-boyfriend,
She's very pretty, but she doesn't
25-year-old
look
John
19.
Cowie, for several
He's
unpaid
25?
loans and for the cost to move after they broke up.
They are in
How
business.
old are you, Miss Gage?
19.
How old are you, Mr. Cowie?
25.
Miss Gage, it is your claim that you made a couple of loans to Mr. Cowie while you were dating.
Correct.
How old were you when you met him?
Girl,
When I met him, I
no.
was 17.
When's your birthday?
In May.
And how old were you, Mr.
That's her
Cowie,
ma.
when you met?
23.
Were you working?
Yes, sir. Or ma'am, sir.
What were you doing?
I was the manager at a Subway restaurant.
What are you doing?
I'm a pharmacy tech.
Do you claim you made your first loan to Mr. Cowie?
The first loan was made in September of '06, but he had paid that back to me. The second loan came in February of '07.
What was the second loan for?
I was informed by the defendant that his tires had been slashed at work and he had no transportation to get to work.
And?
And
be a con.
we talked about it. He said that he would give me the money when his first paycheck came in after the loan had occurred.
Why didn't he
Girl,
pay for his own
no.
tires?
Because he said he didn't have any money. He had just paid rent and car insurance and a payment on a car.
Where were you living at the time?
I was in my own apartment in Boise.
So you had rent too?
I did.
And you had a car payment?
My car's fully paid off.
Had insurance?
I did have insurance, yes.
So?
Okay, at the time my tires were slashed, was a little stressed, was up to my
He
eyeballs
looks
in debt,
tired.
trying to figure out how I was going to cover it. She met us, me and a friend of mine, at a local bar. We were trying to discuss how we were going to solve the problem. And
Well, it's your problem.
yeah, yes, ma'am. She showed up. We were actually in a relatively serious point in our relationship, looking at the
Okay.
potential of moving in together.
Okay, if your boyfriend, and you were at a serious point in your relationship, as he states, had his car tires slashed, couldn't get to work, didn't have the money, yeah, I would give him the money, to be fair. Did I miss when they said how long they were in the relationship together? If they were thinking of moving in together, then I'm gonna guess they've been together a while. It's always a big red flag when a person in a relationship asks you for money and it's new.
Even getting married. And she says, don't worry about it. We'll solve it. Here you go. Let's go get the tires.
And? What did you say?
I
that was
felt about
decent.
2 inches tall, taking money from a girlfriend.
So if you felt 2 inches tall, you probably said to her, I'll pay you back.
No, ma'am.
Oh, yes, you did.
Oh yeah,
What you said
yeah.
was, I felt about 2 inches tall because I was really stressed. Then you would have said to her, if you were talking serious and marriage to
Of
her,
course
you
you're
wouldn't
gonna
want
pay
her
her
to think
back.
that you were just a bloodsucker. You would have wanted her to think you were a person of character, so you would have said, as soon as I can, I'll pay you back.
We were at a point in our
And you
relationship.
had paid her back another loan.
Yes, ma'am, earlier in the relationship. We were at a point in the relationship where we were looking at the potential of even joining bank accounts.
Yeah,
so,
but you were smart enough not to do that with her.
yeah,
Or she
things
was
fell
smart
apart
enough not to
shortly
do that
after.
with you.
I would say it was probably a mutual road. Yes, ma'am.
Good. So how much were your tires?
$400.
That you owe her. Did you pay her back?
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
I do remember from watching Judge Judy once before, I quit watching because there were so many ads. This is one of those TV shows where it's just an ad break every 5 minutes. That is so annoying.
What else?
I just wanted to point out that the only time I've ever been in a bar with the defendant is when we went to play pool, and it was not of hours of drinking. When he told me that the tires were slashed, it was in a text message, and I was at school. I also would like to point out that we have never talked about joining bank accounts. Never. I actually have a check that my bank returned to me. He claims that he did not pay for that $400. He paid me a check on the 6/28/07 of $200 that went through my bank account, and then within the week was withdrawn because there was a stop payment put on the check.
What was this for, Mr. Cowie?
To shut her up. I was getting constant phone calls,
Oh my God.
vindictive ex-girlfriend, you owe me money, you owe me money.
So you gave her a check and then you stopped payment on it?
I realized I didn't have the money in the account to cover the check, so I stopped the payment on it.
Okay. What else does he owe you money for?
I took a withdrawal out at an ATM machine for $20 so him and his buddy Russell could go
Who cares?
fishing. I also have moving expenses that I would like to sue for.
What kind of moving expenses?
Even though I was not living with the defendant, I was living relatively close to the defendant. With my past history and all of the emotion and anger, and when a guy gets angry, I get very scared. I specifically told him, don't come around, I don't want to see you.
Put your hand down.
And
Miss
That's her
Dave,
mouth.
listen to me. That part of your claim is not actionable. What you're really saying is you have a history, and based on your history, you reacted to whatever angry messages he was leaving, so you moved. That is not actionable. But certainly the money that he owes you for the tires is actionable.
Okay, Ma wants to say something.
He was making sure that he was playing upon the fact that she had been abused.
I don't have to go into that. It's absolutely not necessary.
Yeah, it's emotional.
That part of her claim is not actionable.
It's not claimable.
She doesn't have to discuss it with me. The fact that she chose to move because they were living too close to each other for her comfort is probably a smart thing, but she had to make it within her comfort zone, which she did based upon her history, which is not his problem. You ever get a restraining order against him?
I did not.
Good. He owes you
Based
for the
on
tires.
this.
$400. Judgment for the plaintiff. That's all. Thank you.
Where's the bit where they talk after? I like the bit where they talk after. Maybe they don't do it on the new episodes, the bit with the feedback at the end. That was always my favorite bit, with the sassy bit. Let's find an older episode.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Taylor
Oh, he was a
versus
cool
Hickson.
dude. Is he still on
Step
it?
forward.
Alina Taylor is suing her former friend, Jamie Hickson, for the cost to bail her out of jail after she was arrested for shoplifting.
These two
Ms.
birds look
Hickson,
pretty
how many
tough.
times have you been arrested for shoplifting?
Twice.
How many times have you been arrested for anything?
Maybe 4 or 5 times.
In the past 5 years?
4 or 5
Naughty
times.
girl.
How long have you known the plaintiff?
Almost 18 years.
How many times have you been arrested in the last 5 years?
0.
0. How many times have you been arrested in the last 5 years? Me too.
Kind of benefit of the doubt going one way.
And according to you, your friend called you from jail. She was arrested again for shoplifting, and she asked you to bail her out. You did. She promised that she would take care of the bill, and it ends up costing you thousands of dollars.
Same
And the
thing.
defendant says that you took it upon yourself to bail her out. She never agreed to pay you back. That's what the case is about. When
Okay.
did she call you this?
Here's the thing. If your friend, your partner, whatever, unless you're like married for a number of years and you share all your money in the same bank account, if somebody pays for something for you, I would assume they're going to pay it back. I mean, yes, you should like get that in writing, but who does? Nobody really gets things in writing in life unless it's like a business thing or, you know, but yeah, you would assume they're going to pay you back. I'm not going to just bail somebody out as a gift, like.
Time that we're talking about here.
It was in August 2006.
What did she say?
She said, I'm in jail, I need to get out, I need you to bail me out. I said no, and then she was crying, and I gotta get to work, I don't wanna lose my job. So I just immediately thought of her losing her job, losing the place where she lived.
She's being
Her
sad.
kids are my goddaughters, and I was just thinking the worst, like they'd be out on the street.
How many children does she have?
She has 3. She has 2 at home,
How old are the 2 at home?
17 and 18.
Go ahead.
I went down there only on the promise that her daughter would bring me the $2,015 in cash. That's the only reason why I went down to bail her out.
Why didn't her daughter go down to bring them the money if she had the money?
She's 18. She has no credit. They would have done a check, and I was the most reliable.
So the initial bail was $2,000.
That was my understanding. It was actually $4,030, but I was only told $2,015.
So whoever had to go there had to not only give them $2,015 in cash, but also co-sign on the bail itself.
I don't understand.
And
bail.
so that's why she didn't send her child.
That's not why I didn't send my child.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I really don't understand.
Listen
it.
carefully. Before someone speaks, both sides have to be in the room. Now you're both in the room.
Okay,
You're
now
being
can I say-
adorable.
No, I'm not
You gonna
ready
get
for
down?
you yet.
You come here? Wanna come here?
How much money did your daughter give her?
$1,500, and when she went down there initially to bail me out.
Just a minute. Just a minute, Miss Hickson. You telling me now that your daughter gave her $1,500?
She sure did.
Well, you swore in your answer here that your daughter gave her $1,000.
No, my daughter gave her $1,500.
Show me.
I don't have the. We was cash.
Show me.
Ain't got no receipts.
I had my daughter.
Ain't got no
I
receipts.
had my daughter withdraw $1,000 and give it to Alina
no, and my
while
daughter
I was
already had
still.
another
I'm
five.
speaking. I'm speaking.
Don't speak over the
You don't
judge.
say anything about another $500.
But my daughter got another $5 that she gave her out of her own.
Listen to me. I want you to take a look at your answer.
Okay, I understand that, but that had nothing to do with my daughter.
How many times have you been arrested since August of 2006? 4.
You're not gonna, like, she's obviously a person who goes to jail. She likes to lie a lot. If you're gonna try and get something over somebody in life, probably getting it over on the judge is not gonna work. Judges see people lie every day. They're probably professional lie detectors. Don't lie to a judge. Just tell the truth. Flaws and all, tell the truth. If she really did contribute some money to it, then okay, show the receipts. But she doesn't have any receipts. And in this case, one person has a record of being a notorious liar, thief, whatever, and the other person doesn't. You're going to give the benefit of the doubt to the upstanding citizen, who clearly was trying to be sound by helping her friend get out of jail, right?
For my bail, I hadn't gone to court.
I'm talking about new arrests. I'm not talking about
No, there was
bail.
only one other one besides that one.
Oh, and what was that for?
For petty theft.
Why do you steal things that don't belong to you?
It was.
Why do you steal things that don't belong to you?
Circumstances that come up.
You had the bail bondsman
And when she went down there to bail me out, she never asked me to pay her back. Never. She wanted to be the saver for, because my kids were there, and she wanted me to come and wanted me to be out to be with my kids.
She doesn't have it.
Why don't you have it?
It's here.
Oh, I'd like to see it because that obligates you to pay the additional amount of money. Go in the back. You can get it.
Oh, that's unusual, being allowed to leave and get something.
Don't speak.
And I was there
Zip it.
before. No, I don't think so. When I was there before.
Zip it! She's not here.
Okay,
You've
but
been in court enough to know that there are two players.
But
There's a
okay,
plaintiff.
when she sit there telling everybody that I'm the bad one and she never did anything in her life, I don't think so.
Madam, I want you to pay attention. Try to put on your listening ears. You managed to have
Your
3
listening ears.
children
I
who
understand
have
that.
all reached a certain age. So listen very carefully. You're no stranger to court. There
I
are
know
always
that.
Your listening ears aren't on. You got earrings. Maybe they're wearing you down.
Nah.
Listen carefully. You have 2 sides. Before someone speaks, both sides have to be in the room. Do you understand?
Okay.
Now you're both in the room.
Okay, now can I say?
No, I'm not ready for you yet.
But when I was helping her out, it wasn't a big deal. When I was giving her stuff, and I didn't ask her for her stuff back. When I gave her stuff, I didn't ask her for it back when I helped her.
Total bail was $4,030, which you co-signed for. You gave her $2,015, and according to you, I'm going to take her answer and deduct $1,000 that she says her daughter gave you, leaving $3,030. You also say that she made 1 payment to the bail bondsman. Is that right? Did you not indicate in your papers that she paid $250
Yes, she
to
did.
the bail bondsman?
There was more payments than that.
Show me.
I have records.
Show me. You get confused. You get confused. If
There was more payments to the bail bondsman than that.
not on this bail.
There wasn't.
Not on this bail from you. Oh, God. Unless there's somebody related to you by blood within the 1st degree of consanguinity. You know what that means? It's an old law school term. I'm dying to use that
very elegant
because
lady.
I had to learn it 100 years ago. That means
Well, that's beside
like your
the point.
child or your parent called you from jail and says, listen, I'm in jail and I have a problem. When you have a friend who is not a first-time offender, save your money.
I was unaware of the...
She wants to be all Miss High and Mighty and show that she can do everything for everybody all
I'm
of a
high
sudden.
and mighty because I don't go steal things and I work
Well,
for
you've
a-
been...
Okay, I got it. You know the way they always do this on these American shows? I do that. When I'm in a fight, I will go like this. If I'm angry, and it's like totally involuntary, but I think I got it from watching shows like this. Bottom chicken heads, be quiet.
High and Mighty lately. Think you all that you got to save everybody and then put them
Listening
down.
ears, listening ears,
Listen.
listening ears. Judgment for the
But when
plaintiff.
somebody was helping you
Listening ears.
when you were
Listening ears.
when you was out there
Listening
drinking.
ears. Listening ears. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,780. Thank you very much.
There.
I just not excused.
Like, these seem like straightforward
That's all I was
cases.
worried about. She got what she was owed, not the $5,000 that she wasn't owed.
She's just an angry person.
Now all of a sudden she wants to be high sedity, like I said.
Because I have a respectable job at the city attorney's office and she's jealous.
After she got her little job and got married to this man, she wants to be all high sedity now.
She's has
Good
a
for
habit of
her.
stealing.
I've also helped her out of situations also.
It was
I'm sure
something
you have.
about bonbons or ice cream at Bonds. I heard that from her kids. It was really funny.
I never asked for anything back.
It makes me laugh. She should be at 24-hour fitness instead of stealing fattening food.
It's done.
Oh,
It's done and over with.
that
That's all-
was
that's all that needs to be
mean.
said.
I have no desire to be friends with her ever again.
Well, good on her bettering herself, you know? Those two cases were pretty straightforward, I feel. But I think Judge Judy made the right call in both cases. If you're gonna go to a court, don't lie to a judge, especially when it comes to something like money. Either bring the receipts or be a person with good character in your background. If you're the girl who has loads of criminal convictions, you're going to be seen less favorably than the girl who has no criminal convictions. That was really interesting. Also, Judge Judy, I'm sorry, but she is a very glamorous lady, right? I know she probably is at that stage of 25 seasons in. She has hair and makeup, but like her little collar was so cute, her hair was so cute, her makeup was so cute. I like it. Yeah, I could see myself sitting on the couch binge watching that show for like 2 hours or something. Let me know if you like shows like that, and maybe I could react to more American talk shows or something. I do what you suggest in the comments, so let me know. Shout out today to a couple of fantabulous people. Who do you want to shout out today, pal?
These are the members of Squad.
Oh, you love the Squad.
I do. This is all of their names. Some are blue and some are in red as well. I like both colors.
Yes, and what's your favorite thing that happens in our Hangouts every month?
Every month, everybody goes, oh, when they see Chewie on the screen, and I think that's nice. I also like their pets.
I really enjoy that too.
Yes, good.
Thank you to each and every member of the Squad. You guys are awesome. You know, I think you rock. But nobody cares what you think. And that's it for today. See you guys on the other side. Bye. Why do you look so startled? Yeah, I'm actually holding him with one hand. He's completely relaxed on my knee right now. Huh? We couldn't find any matching socks, could we not? No. Because you know where 90% of his socks are? On the street, where we go walking. Because mommy forgets to take them off before we walk. And then we have to order more from China. I've seen them selling socks on Amazon and they're like €15 for a pair of socks for a dog. That's like 4 socks. Is that a pair? But you can get them on AliExpress for like 4 socks for like €2, so...